Hi guys, it's Jack here from the Zombie Box Project, and today we've mixed things up a bit. No longer will you have 2 episodes a week, but you'll have one massive show filled to the brim with everything gaming. So our main features today are The Witcher 2, the newly announced Pokemon Black and White 2, and SSX. And in the Zombie Bites, we take a look at the viewer comments, rumours, and gaming music. So, roll the intro. So, first topic of the night, guys, is The Witcher 2. It's coming to Xbox 360 on the 17th of April, 2012. Pretty soon.
Yep.
Are we excited? Will we be getting it?
Crazy. I think it's about time they ported it.
Well, I won't, but that's because I have a PS3.
Oh, sad time.
It's only coming out on 360. I'm really sad.
I'm quite upset because I didn't buy like a laptop to play it.
Really? You bought your laptop
yeah,
for
I bought my laptop for The Witcher 2.
Okay.
Well, I had to get an upgrade so I could play The Witcher 2. It's one of those games that like came out a while ago and I missed because I had an Xbox and not a PC, and I regretted it immensely.
I played The Witch 1 and it was very slow paced.
Yeah, same. I didn't enjoy it because of its pace.
Yeah.
You guys are going to love The Witcher 2. It is fast and frenetic and you set people on fire.
Did it feel like it had been built for a console game?
Yeah, you know, I played it with a controller for the whole way through because playing with a keyboard felt like a bit of a sort of... There were too many buttons to press with like...
That's often the case.
Yeah, you've got radial menus which turn off when you let the button go, and it wouldn't work.
That happens with like Batman Arkham Asylum as well. You couldn't play it.
You need a controller.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you said that in combat you have the radial wheel, but instead of it stopping completely, like say Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, it slows down, so you've still got to make a quick decision.
Yeah.
Do you think that is perfect for something like the 360? It keeps the pace.
Oh yeah, not only does it keep the pace, for one it actually sticks with the source material. The whole point of Witchers is that they can slow down time when really focused because they're like superhuman. So it makes sense and it works well on the 360.
So guys, just to give you a little inkling of what we're talking about, here is a teaser trailer.
Enjoy.
So, you've just seen that trailer.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Is this game going to be the best looking game on Xbox 360?
Well, they've certainly said it will.
I can tell you, it is the best looking game I've seen on the PC ever.
Really?
Even on like minimum, it's better looking than some games on maximum.
What would you say is the best looking game on the 360 at the moment?
Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3.
Yeah,
almost unparalleled Battlefield 3.
It's really nice.
But Witcher 2 is on another scale.
Really?
Not only is it like, it's not photorealistic, everything looks quite stylized. You've got this like dense fog over the forests, and there's these things coming out that you can barely see until they've got you, and it's really tense.
Okay. Will people want to get it again?
I'll buy it again.
You'll buy it again?
If I had it on PC and I had a 360, I'd get it again. Because we watched the development diary and they said there was going to be a lot of changes.
Yes, they did say they were changing.
I want to see how they've butchered my favourite game.
It's only a small team. That's why it's not coming out on PS3, guys. But Chris, you wanted to see a change to the ending. And they are doing it. They are changing up the ending.
They took that on board.
Just so you guys know, the ending was royal sequel bait. It is building up to The Witcher 3, which is going to be the greatest finale ever in any game. But The Witcher 2's ending was just a bit...
Will players suffer though for not playing Witcher 1 because it didn't come out on the Xbox 360?
They did have a way to remedy that actually. In game, you had these really stylized, really cool cutscenes in between to remind you of stuff that happened in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But still, at bits, it might be a tiny bit confusing.
Okay, yeah, because it had the Mass Effect. Your whole decisions make an impact, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to miss out on that. Multiplayer, the thorn in every game side.
No.
Does it need it?
No.
I don't. I from playing number 1, I don't think that needed multiplayer. I don't think it would have made any addition to it.
It had extra modes. It has a challenge arena mode where you fight endless waves of really hard enemies, where you upgrade your kit as you go. It had some extra modes. It's not like it's short on playtime.
Yeah.
And there's branching storylines. It's just one of those games that really doesn't need multiplayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what you would include in multiplayer that would make it better.
With the console version, you could have a really nice fight mode, but I don't know why you.
It really wouldn't surprise me though if they brought out multiplayer.
No.
They're bringing it to a console.
It just means
It's
that
just-
people
it's
buy
just the
Xbox.
market, yeah.
It means that people buy Xbox Live, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
So Chris, if there's anything you could improve in The Witcher 2 apart from the ending, would you? Or would you want it exactly the same? But you wouldn't buy it if it was exactly the same on Xbox, would you?
You want to bet?
Oh,
You want to bet? In my head, it's as good as Mass Effect 2.
really?
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 is my favourite game.
When it comes to changing it, I honestly don't know. There's just massive variety. You can choose which missions you want to do, go to bounty boards, pick up contracts. You even have to research your enemies before you can kill them.
Yeah.
Because some things you just can't kill them in a normal way. When you're dealing with supernatural monsters and stuff. It's like a living, breathing world with hundreds of interesting NPCs. No idea.
I said, but Chris totally disclaimed this, that it was everything that Assassin's Creed should have been. You totally disagreed with me, and so did you, Ollie.
Yeah.
Why?
It's nothing like Assassin's Creed.
It's
No, it feels like Assassin's
No
Creed.
stealth.
But it's not like Assassin's Creed.
There's no stealth whatsoever. It's about finding out about your enemy and hunting them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said you wanted the combat. You felt that the combat should have been like The Witcher 2
Uh-huh.
in Assassin's Creed,
Yep.
but I don't think
The combat's
it
more
wouldn't
like
work the same, really.
massive. The combat is it's more like an action game when you're actually in the fight. I don't.
It wouldn't
think
work.
No.
So, do we think the Xbox 360 is really going to benefit from having this really high-profile PC game coming to? And do you think
I
PC gamers will trade in the well, they won't trade in their
Trade
PC.
in their PC
But do
and
you
buy an Xbox 360.
Do you think they will actually play? I know you will,
Yeah.
but do you think most PC gamers will stop playing Witcher 2 on PC and play it on Xbox
If
just
they-
to see what it's like?
It is the enhanced edition, which they're going to release
Yeah.
as an updated version on
And
PC.
they get it for free. PC
but
gamers get it for free.
it still might be quite interesting to see how it plays according, just as a research project.
Okay.
I think if you really loved it as much as Chris did, then you probably will. But if not, then
Yeah, no, I
no
loved it.
incentive.
I loved it enough to make these guys buy it.
Yeah, it's true. I bought The Witcher, and which is so slow paced that I just can't get into it at the moment. But The Witcher 2 obviously addressed those issues.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
God.
And
Everywhere.
it sounds perfect for Xbox 360. So guys, leave us a message. Will you be getting The Witcher 2 when it comes out on the 17th of April? Or is this one game that you think should have stayed on the PC? So on to the next section. Hi guys, welcome to the first Zombie Bites of the show. So this little section and the sections to follow will just be small snippets of information just to break up the show. So first up is rumours and news. So first on my list today is Guild Wars 2 is coming to a console near you. Well, it's a rumour anyway, because there is a rumour going around that a small team of developers are turning this MMO into a console game, and it's possibly the first MMO that will work on a console. Guild Wars is infamous, or I should say more famous, for not having a subscription fee, so this would work perfectly on a console, and personally, and I know the other boys are really excited about this prospect.
Man.
Thanks, Chris. Second point is Game have officially fallen out with EA. Now, EA isn't exactly everyone's favourite publisher, but when it comes to selling games, they sell games. And Game could really do that because they're actually failing at the moment. But I woke up this morning, checked my Twitter, because that's what I do. I just troll Twitter 24/7. I'm a uni student, it's what I do. And I learned that my Mass Effect pre-order had been cancelled. Really annoyed, but go to somewhere like play.com or shop2net if you're in the UK, that is. And you'll be able to pre-order it from there. So basically, it's officially fallen out with EA. they will sell no more EA games from March onwards, apart from SSX, which comes out this Friday, guys. So my last rumour of today is Xbox 720 code name, which is Durango.
Stupid name!
Cheers, Chris. Okay, they don't like that name, but it's a code name. The Kinect had the code name Project Natal, and Natal meant Christmas in Portuguese. So that kind of gave us an inkling of when it was coming out. But Durango means nothing. It is a
city in North Mexico.
Thanks, Chris. It is a city in North Mexico. So we really don't know, unless the Xbox is going to be Mexican. But that's it. There's also a rumour going around that the Xbox 720's controller will have a touchscreen, very much like the Wii U. Personally, I hope that doesn't happen. I love my controller. And that is it. So guys, let's get on with the show. So Pokemon Black and White 2 was announced over the weekend.
Okay,
Bit of a shock. People were expecting Pokemon Grey. Nintendo had registered a domain name called www.pokemongrey. So Black and White 2 came out of a field.
Was that just to throw people off, do you think?
I think it was.
Maybe,
It was a clever ploy. Or maybe it will come out in the future. Maybe. So, just for your benefit, here's a picture of the two legendaries. I hope I pronounce this right. It's Black Kurem and White Kurem. They're new forms of the original Pokemon, which is called Kurem. So, do we think this is a bit of a trade-off? There's not much originality. You can call something black and white.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
If they released a Gold and Silver 2, I'd feel like a sham. You're forced to run through the same world again.
Yeah. That's one thing.
Pokemon's an
that's
adventure.
what they're going to do anyway.
Do you play? You can't play the same character.
Maybe you do. I don't know. It would be a bit weird if you played the same character.
Because
they've never done it before.
Clearly, you've done your own story and you've finished. Are they going to carry on Pokemon if you are?
I don't know. It'd be interesting. You couldn't have the same team because they'd be so highly leveled.
I mean, there's lots of people who train their whole team to level 100 by that point.
It'd be crazy. So it's set for a release in Japan in June, and it's set for a Europe and US release in autumn 2012. So it's coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
As standard, Japan get it before us.
You haven't played Generation 5.
No.
What does Game Freak and Nintendo have to do to bring you guys back?
We discussed this. It's quite an epic point.
I'd need to buy a DS in order to play the game, so that's a big commitment.
When it comes down to it, I think we worked out if there was a game, they made a Pokemon game which made you go through all of the different continents, and you could see they have all the Pokemon in it. I don't care, or maybe split them between the two different versions because that's what they do. But let you go to like Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
So that's what would get you.
Yeah, who doesn't want to beat all the Elite Four? All of them.
It'd be fantastic. And then have no level cap, and then just increase the sort of levels that the other gym leaders are at and stuff.
One thing people were expecting was Pokemon Snap 2. Now, would you get Pokemon Snap 2? Did you play the original? I never played the original. It's one of those games that I really wanted to get.
That was the photo one.
Yeah.
What console?
Yeah, that was on GameCube, wasn't it?
No,
it was before that. Nintendo 64.
Yep. Nintendo 64.
What console are they going to put it on?
Wii U, because you could use the tablet and you could go like that.
Wouldn't it make more sense to put it on the 3DS?
Maybe.
You could use it virtual reality in it. You could have Pokemon quite literally around the area.
I mean, that would reboot it a little bit. I mean, I still wouldn't get it because I think it's a stupid idea.
No, it went down quite well.
But
Ollie has damned it. It's out of development.
I could see people. I could see like 10-year-olds getting it.
I would have enjoyed it
at 10.
Yeah.
Does the 5-year-old in you still yearn for that Pokemon fix?
Oh, I'm still playing Pokemon. I'm still playing Pokemon.
What?
I'm not ashamed to say it.
I've been emulators. That's all I can say.
I'm playing through Pokemon Red at the moment.
Who doesn't love Pokemon?
Yeah, I'm on the Elite Four.
We grew up with it.
The teacher who told us you grew up a Pokemon. Fuck off.
Ah, yeah.
Fuck off.
Literally.
It's not a phase.
It has been ingrained in us to catch them all. Yeah. Pretty much. It has been.
AKA, buy them all.
Yeah.
It's like a less insulting.
Almost as good as Skylanders. Yeah. Skylanders marketing.
Oh my god.
It's genius.
So a lot of people feel cheated that it's not coming out on 3DS. It's coming out on the DS. And I've played Pokemon Black on the 3DS and it doesn't look as good. Now, do you think it was a smart move from Nintendo and Game Freak?
I think it was, actually. Because they've played Black and White on the DS already. I think they're going to get more people buying it if they play it, if they release the sequel on DS as well.
Okay.
Yeah, true. I think it's in the same generation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, as patterns go, we usually get the special edition, but in this case it's Pokemon Black and White 2.
Weird.
And then we get a remake. Now, the remake that's due is Ruby and Sapphire. So, guys, Ruby and Sapphire are meant to be two of the best games in the series.
It's probably those are the ones
really
I
like
sunk
them.
more time into Ruby and Sapphire than any of the other ones.
So
Apart from Fire Red, I've sung loads of them.
Yeah, okay.
would that make you get a DS? They'd be pretty cheap, or a 3DS.
If it was on 3DS in 3D, yeah, probably.
This bit much, bit much to be bringing at me, and then I'm just going to force me to buy it. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, we'd all get it. We peer pressure one another into getting it.
So do you think
Just so we can play together.
Pokemon to survive for the next few years?
I'd finally have someone to trade with.
Pokemon in the next few years, do you think it needs to come out on the Wii U? Maybe the Pokemon Stadium, or maybe a
If a
full-fledged...
fully fledged Pokemon game came out on the Wii U,
Oh.
none of this Gale of Darkness XD bullshit. I mean, a
fuck
proper
off that.
Pokemon game.
Yeah.
If that came out on the Wii U, I'm buying it.
I think
I'll
it
go
would-
straight down the shops.
It
Same.
would be perfect for a Wii U. You have the tablet, your inventory, you could see your Pokemon status on the screen.
We've been through a whole generation. We've been through 2 generations, and still nobody has released a good Pokemon game on a console.
The thing is, Nintendo and Game Freak always said that Pokemon should be mobile. Because it's Pocket Monsters, isn't it?
Who doesn't sit in their
Why
room
does
and
that
play
have to be
Pokemon?
just constricted to do that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I sit in my room all the time. I mean, that sounds really sad now that I said
That
it
does
out
sound
loud,
really
but
sad.
I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, no. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd sit in my living room playing
Yeah.
Pokemon.
But because
Maybe it's because of the family boredom, but still.
we've seen the Wii U, you can play it on the tablet. You can move it from the TV onto your tablet.
Yeah,
Basically
That's
the same.
perfect.
yeah, it is the same. They do it. Do it, Nintendo.
Yes,
Yeah,
Game Freak
Nintendo.
and Nintendo, if you're watching, please make a
If they're watching, thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Please
that's
subscribe.
That'd be good.
So where do you think Pokemon has to go in the next few years to survive? Because you've got Skylanders.
It's going to survive. Skylanders is not going to chop the head off of Pokemon.
They're different.
It's
you know,
going.
so-
Pokemon is going strong. Spyro
Okay.
has got a great niche in the market, but Pokemon is going strong.
You don't think Pokemon's kind of resting on its laurels a bit?
No, I think they might be
No,
running
no,
out of ideas for
totally
Pokemon, but
Really?
they could do anything.
So you're not sceptical of this Black and White 2? You don't think that it's a low point for Game Freak and Nintendo?
I'd like to see what they did with it. Considering this is just speculation.
Yeah.
We can't
haven't
put it
got
down.
any concrete facts yet, but
If they're
it's-
just reselling Pokemon Black and White 2, dare we say it? They might be doing a Call of Duty.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, that is harsh words. So guys, leave us a message in the comment section below. Will you be getting Pokemon Black and White 2? Are you excited? What do you think? Do you think Game Freak have hit a new low?
Yeah,
Or-
tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah, we always like to hear that we're wrong about it. So anyways, guys, on to the next section.
Okay, guys, welcome to the second Zombie Bite of the day. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We've always left a comment question at the end of our videos, and you've always been very polite to answer them, or not some, in the case of a
Yes,
few.
you know who you are.
Yeah, okay. But, we've decided to answer a few of our questions that we left before and give you a general public opinion. Credit where it's due, guys.
Yep. So our first one comes from our Skyrim preview.
Way back in November.
It was one of our first ever videos.
Oh, probably our only successful video.
No! Okay, so we asked what was their favourite quest in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ancient Ancestor says, Summit Mist Manor Assassination Quest. That is a mouthful and a half. One of the most brilliant quests I have ever played in my entire life. So Chris, do you agree?
Hands down
Yep.
agree. That was the best Dark Brotherhood quest, and the Dark Brotherhood was quality in Oblivion.
What do we think of the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim? I think Thieves Guild is much, much better.
It was a bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Thieves Guild was excellent.
Though Cicero's probably the best character
Yeah, it's a good point.
in
I don't know, it just didn't really stick in my head, and the ending didn't seem quite as fulfilling. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's good the way they didn't have it. That you progressed through the ranks in Oblivion. They wanted to break out of that trend. Fair enough. But I just don't think it was quite as fun.
No. Okay. So on to the next comment, and this is from our Amalur preview, which you covered with your brother.
Yep.
Every day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 says it will be a good game. It looks boring for console. PC is the way to go. Graphics version and frames per second. If you spend playing this game 5 hours a day, you will just get bored of it. Better to play 1 hour a day. Take your time. Enjoy. I will be picking up this bad boy.
Oh, the grammar Nazi inside of me is shivering. But I know what he means.
Do you agree with him?
To be honest, Amalur does get a bit dull after a while.
Okay.
It is the same thing. It's not just me, though. I've noticed this. My brother said the same thing, because he got it on PS3, unbeknownst to me, and had the same reaction.
Oh, okay.
It will be interesting to see what you could do on PC. Imagine if it was easily moddable, you could have some serious fun there.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
it's not quite as engaging as Fable, because it hasn't got that hint of like humour in there.
Oh, okay. So this comment is from our Mass Effect free preview.
Yeah.
And iCAD actually tells us, because we spend a lot of time bashing Connect.
Oh yeah.
He says having Connect, I can tell you, it helps.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
This was from a multiplayer preview, so where you can't pause the game. Makes sense, to be honest, that it would help.
So
it's nice to have some positive reaction for once.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe Connect wasn't a waste of money for one game.
Yeah, £100 for one game. Okay.
A bit more than that.
So this was on our Guild Wars preview. Yeah. So we posed the question: Guild Wars 2 or Old Republic? So Mr. Video Game Wrestler says, I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm really glad that this game is making its way to consoles. We're not sure about that. We'll cover that in
like
the
we said,
section.
rumours.
Do you think because there is no subscription fee that the game could fail? Guild War 2 is greater than Old Republic. Really looking forward to this. Too bad there is not an official release date yet, as I hope they don't push it towards 2013.
Thank you, Mr. Video Game Wrestler. First of all, our most doting fan comments on every one of our videos.
We love you.
We do. We love you. You push us forward. But everyone seemed to have that reaction.
Yeah,
apparently,
it did.
Yeah, no. Everyone who's looking forward to Guild Wars 2 thinks that the Old Republic's going to fail.
Do you think Old Republic will hold its own?
I don't know. I suppose it's built on public opinion, isn't it?
Yeah.
And public seems to think that Guild Wars 2 is going to kill World of Warcraft and Old Republic.
So our last comment of this little section.
This blew our minds.
I know. We were talking in our Mass Effect 3 preview about I prefer Grunt. He's a Rex fan.
Everyone likes Rex better.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, we know this now.
Okay, so but this really kind of blew our minds. So this is from Rotzika, who says, "My Grunt is still in a frozen capsule. I'm hoping it has some effect on Mass Effect 3. Lol."
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Awesome.
Well done, Roxico. Well done.
That is fantastic.
I think that could possibly be one of the only loopholes that BioWare's ever made in carrying on a game.
Yeah,
because you didn't have to open the capsule.
And I've been playing through Mass Effect 2 again, and you didn't have to activate Legion either.
Really?
Yeah.
So these characters.
Yeah.
This is very interesting.
They're obviously
more experimentation is needed. Next Friday, friends. Next Friday.
Yes. So guys, thank you for leaving all those wonderful comments.
Leave us more. Leave us more. We're going to do this every week now. More comments.
So we'll be going through 5 comments next week. On to the next section, guys.
So moving on to SSX then.
Yeah.
It's coming out this Friday, the 2nd of March. And everyone's played an SSX game.
Yep.
You know,
as standard.
Even I've played an SSX game.
Even Jack.
That is saying something.
Yeah. Are we excited? Will we be getting it on release day?
I might wait for a pre-owned, maybe. I'm not a big sports game fan, so you know.
I can see where you're coming from with that.
We've all played the demo.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun than your casual EA game. It's fast paced, it's frenetic. You said it was a shout back to the old Tony Hawk style game where you've got ridiculous tricks, sort of high octane adventure. You spend the whole thing jumping out of a helicopter for the tutorial.
Even though it's not a game that I'd get on release day, it's one of those games that's probably one of the really good buy because you can just pick it up and play it at any time.
Not to mention the size is impressive.
Yeah, all those tracks is amazing.
You have the world, and you have your continents, and you have like 4 different mountains on each continent, and each mountain has like 5 different runs.
And you can customise your character to an extent. It's really good fun.
It's in depth.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Though I probably wouldn't get it on release day because Mass Effect 3 is out on the next week.
Yeah.
So,
okay, yeah, fair enough. We'll be playing that for a while.
One thing we were very surprised at when we saw SSX was who the publisher was. Now, EA have a bit of a bad reputation when it comes to games and pushing them early.
Yeah, they don't have sort of a homegrown feel.
No. But this one didn't feel like an EA game.
The only way it resembled an EA game was the really good music.
It was a shout back to sort of classic EA games. Back when it was Electronic Arts and doing good things for the games industry.
Yeah, this is actually published by EA Canada, so who better to do a snowboarding game in a place that gets lots and lots of snow?
Yeah, well, true.
But EA Sports have always been quite good games. Just look at the FIFA. I mean, they may seem like rehashes every year, but they're still a phenomenal soccer simulator.
As we said, their soundtracks are always really diverse and wide. Yeah. I mean, this one has got a soundtrack that gets you pumped. It's got a good combination of like dubstep, some fast-paced indie, heavy metal, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good snowboarding themes.
So, it's taken something from Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which is the online tracking system. Do we like that? Do we like the fact that we can continually keep track of how our friends are doing? Or does it kind of tie us in?
It starts a fight, I tell you
what. I like it. I like the competitiveness that you can have between friends and like just trying to beat that high score.
It makes the game harder. I mean, because you're not playing against the game, you're playing against the world.
Yeah, and it's like they did it in trials as well. You're just constantly trying to get that high score.
That was one of the good things about Hot Pursuit. You got that kind of ridiculous addiction.
One of the comparisons we drew to SSX was Tony Hawk, some of the original Tony Hawk's games. Yeah. Now, the gameplay in SSX, it's not challenging. Ollie, you have a phrase for this, don't you?
Well, it's I say it's easy to play but hard to master. You know, when you pick up the controller, the controls are pretty much intuitive, and you can play it really easily.
I think anybody could play it. You can hand that to your 5-year-old cousin, and they could do a good job of playing.
I know.
Yeah, to be able to get it done good, you need to practice that.
Yeah, I didn't really have a clue what I was doing in the demo. It was kind of like when you first pick up a Tekken or Street Fighting game and you just button mash.
Just press X.
Yeah, exactly. You just press X.
Yeah.
But did you like the boosting and all that? The really fast pace going downhill.
That's like a new thing they've got to it, but it really adds a sense of speed. And like you get these like ridiculous moments where you're close to the ground when you're just shooting forward, and other moments when you're kind of soaring through the air. It's really dramatic.
Do we think that it's a really good example of a game that complements itself? So you've got the extreme sport, which is snowboarding. Yeah. You've got the fantastic music, and you've also got the really fast gameplay. Is that just a mixture of just excellence?
Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush. It's an adrenaline rush on a computer.
So guys, just for your benefit, here is a little sneak peek.
So that gameplay stuff is fucking awesome.
Yeah, not bad, eh? You got the music, you got the style. It's pretty cool.
Though one concern we have is the audience. Do we think who it is aimed at is too limiting? It won't sell enough. Because do you think girls, for one, would enjoy this game? Females, do you think they'd enjoy it?
I think a girl that enjoys snowboarding as like a serious hobby could enjoy that game.
Okay,
I mean,
but then you say snowboarding is a serious hobby. How many females, how many boys do that for a serious hobby?
Yeah.
And how many of them will play games? Because those sort of things don't go together. Outdoor people and gaming.
No, extreme sports players and gaming. That's pretty.
Yeah, I think that it could be aimed towards a wide enough audience that you're going to hit those boundaries as well. Like, 15 to 24, but you're going to be hitting those 12-year-olds and sort of 30-year-olds as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, take it from me. If I was a 12-year-old and saw that gameplay demo, I'd just be like...
So I was just being a bit too stereotypical.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Building your illogical boundaries.
Yeah. This game is ridiculous. Like, the amount of stuff you can do, the tricks... We were saying, I can't imagine anyone mastering half this stuff.
Like it said, like break reality. That's the idea. They're trying to make it as stylized as possible.
Now, because it is so ultimately ridiculous, do we need a game that can balance them out? So
like
something more
Skate
hardcore
did for Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit too ridiculous for actual snowboarders.
It feels like there's sometimes people who might actually snowboard will be a bit like underwhelmed by it.
Yeah, because it's very, very easy in that game to do tricks that are nigh impossible.
But the one thing that SSX has going for it is the fact that when you think of a snowboarding game, you ultimately think of SSX. You can't. Can you name another one?
Shaun White.
Yeah, Shaun White. That's it.
But
okay.
So even then, SSX is the pedigree.
Yeah. So does that mean that SSX is the ultimate snowboarding game? We won't see anything better than that.
To this point, I think that's not a bad assumption.
Yeah, I mean,
and you've got like the multi-pass on the tracks. You've got all these ridiculous tricks.
I think if it was we said it could be a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
But if it was made more realistic, it just might not. It
wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah.
Who likes to play a game where they're constantly falling off a snowboard?
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Much rather do tricks.
will this open up a window for more extreme sport games? Because we have seen a bit of a dwindle in them. We haven't seen
I know
as
what you
many.
mean.
Yeah, I think
They haven't-
this comes up like every time that a new sports game comes out. I think they just
We got
try and
FIFA
resolve-
Street coming out soon. I'm sceptical about that personally. But
As in general, I think the whole extreme sports, it's gone down since Tony Hawk's Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
People-
yeah.
Let's
No.
make a peripheral.
oh dear.
that was shameful. But I think if this is a success, and it feels like it will be, there is space.
Okay, excellent. So guys, thank you for watching this segment. Be sure to check out the demo and pick it up on Friday. Just try it out.
Yeah,
it's a good
It's a
game.
fantastic game.
Message us on how it went. Okay, guys, welcome to the third and final zombie bite of the day. Okay, this is a bit strange, to be honest. What I'm doing here is I'm giving credit to other YouTube channels where we've only got 34 subscribers ourselves. But these guys have done excellently. I've always been a great fan of old music, like 8-bit music in games. Old Pokemon theme, Final Fantasy VII, old Zeldas, you know the style. And what I've found here is a goldmine. These people have quite literally remastered the entire soundtracks. Okay, first of all, we've got Pokemon Re-orchestrated by Skotein, which is Skotein. And check out his channel. The stuff is amazing. Like Lavender Town, creepy as. It was already creepy. Sounds even better now. The battle themes, he's reading it all. He's separated his symphonies for each individual game. And to be honest, it blows my mind. It's excellent. Next on the list, we have Final Fantasy VII Re-orchestrated by SS Chaffee. That's SSCHAFI1. And okay, Final Fantasy VII, first Final Fantasy I've ever played. Amazing. One of my favourite games ever. I mean, best RPG, I think, to this day. It's still got some of the best stories. Call me a fanboy if you will, but its music's amazing. And it's even better now that it's in sort of a modern, full symphony orchestra. Crazy. Like, you know the fighting theme. Everyone knows the fighting theme. It's been put in everything. One Winged Angel, classics. Check it out. They're all redone by this one guy. Finally, Ocarina of Time by Pokemon Einstein. Okay, this guy, we checked this out recently. This came out before 3DS, before you say anything, because it's not quite as impressive anymore. No offense, Pokemon Einstein, you've done a very good job. Check out his channel. He's done all the classics, Kakiri Forest, all the temples. Sounds good. All these guys have done this on a computer on their own. Back in the day, you'd have to use a full symphony orchestra to get anything close to this, so give him credit where it is due.
That's it for this week's episode of the Zombie Box Project. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to drop a like, comment and subscribe, and we shall see you next week.